welcome to the Beauty Dish. This video is all about my lash extensions. So I thought it was worth, there was enough interest, you know, I asked for feedback, and I thought it was worth making a video to just kind of explain the process, explain what the advantages are, the disadvantages, and how you take care of them, and just basically what is the deal with lash extensions so that you can sort of figure out if they're for you. I don't think lash extensions are for everybody. Everything I've said on Instagram, on my videos, has been very positive because I love them. This is the third time I've had them over the course of, I guess, 3 years. And I love them. I'm sure I'll get them again, but it's not something that I would ever do on a constant basis. So let me talk you through the process, and I'll start with how exactly the lash extensions work. So pretty much, they're going to go in and glue the little extension, and it just looks kind of like an individual fake lash. They're going to glue it onto your real lash, onto a single real lash. It's not going to get glued onto your skin. It'll be glued about 1 millimeter above your skin onto your actual lash. It took about an hour to put them on me, maybe a little bit more, and to have a fill, that took almost an hour or two. So first let me tell you about kind of the two main types of extensions, and by that I just mean either a full set or a partial set. I've only ever gotten a partial set, and they say that that's about 40 to 50 extensions per eye. So that sounds like a lot, and it is. And the technician that I saw this time told me that I don't have a ton of lashes, and they're also short. That's just an aside. But because I don't have an absolute profusion of lashes, the partial set looks even fuller on me, and for me it's like super dramatic. It's all I could ever want. I wouldn't even consider getting a full set. And even if you do have a lot of lashes, I think the partial set is still a great option because they will focus it on the outer edges of your lashes. They're not just going to disperse it evenly so that it looks weird, like you have different sized lashes. No, they'll focus it and they'll tailor it to you and your needs. But a partial set for a lot of people can definitely be enough, and it will definitely be dramatic. So price-wise, this can definitely vary, and I talked about it before that I think I've always, or at least 2 out of the 3 times, I've used a Groupon or something similar to get my lashes, because those are a dime a dozen. And of course, do your research, you know, before you buy the Groupon, that you're going to a place that you feel confident in. But the prices, just so you have an idea, of the place that I went to, the price for a partial set was $180 and a fill costs $60. For a full set, the regular price, these are the regular prices. For my partial set I paid like $75. It was a good deal. For a full set it's $250 and a fill is $75. So a partial set, because you have fewer extensions on, it lasts for about 2 weeks, while the full set lasts for 2 to 3 weeks, just because there are more lashes. So if some fall out, it's not going to look as bad as quickly. And what a fill is kind of, well, it's pretty obvious, right? After some of them start to fall out, you go in and they remove any of the lashes that have sort of turned around, because that can happen too. You know, you want them obviously going in that direction, but one can get sort of, you know, funky and weird. You know, you sleep on them, you shower, and that can happen. So they can remove any weird ones and put new ones on, and, you know, they will fall out because your lashes fall out in sort of a natural cycle, just like your hair. So every like 4 to 8 weeks, you're sort of renewing your lashes. I've heard the myth that lash extensions make your lashes fall out, and that's not quite the case. You might get your new set of, you know, extensions on, and, you know, 2 days later you'll see one fall off and you think, you know, how could that happen? But it's just because that lash was ready to fall out, and it did, because the technician can't tell which lashes are almost ready to fall out and which ones are brand new. You know, it's like impossible. So, and that is the way that lash extensions grow out. Your lashes just fall out and the extensions go with them. If it's kind of getting to a point where you want to get rid of the extensions and you don't want to wait for those last hangers-on to fall out, you can go and they can actually, you know, dissolve the glue and take them off with a solvent. It's, you know, no big deal. You would probably have to pay for it. I've never done that. I've just let them fall out naturally, and it does get a little annoying because you will have those like 2 wonky little extensions there, but I was never in a situation where I thought, you know, anyone would think I looked freakish because I had a wonky extension. So it's up to you, and that's definitely something to consider, the grow out process, because if you don't intend to, you know, go back for continuous fills, you'll eventually have to lose the extensions, and that is definitely an annoying process. So you can either go have them taken off, which is a great idea, you know, if that's what you want to do, or just kind of tolerate the grow out. Right now I'm at the stage where let's see, it's been almost 2 weeks since I had my fill, and I thought this was a good time to film the video because I'm at the stage where they're starting to not look so hot, and I'm done, right? I'm not going to go back for another fill. I'm going to let them fall out. This is it. So let me zoom you in and show you kind of what I'm working with, because on this eye, it's sort of like right here towards the inner corner I've got a gap, which is not the cutest, but at the same time, it doesn't look all that bad. If someone was scrutinizing you, really scrutinizing you, and they knew what to look for, they would say, why are your lashes wonky? But that's probably not going to happen. So, hold on, let me zoom you in. So this, let me show you, this is the right eye. On this eye, I have filled in with mascara, actually, because, you know, I know that we're at the very end of these extensions, so I've put mascara on the real lashes that are sort of poking through, but like right here there's kind of been a gap, and it's been there for several days now, and it's a little annoying because, as you can see, the extensions are much longer than my lashes, and since mine are sparse and short, the distinction is very obvious. But there you go, that's where I am now, and it's only gonna get kind of funkier as they fall out. So yeah, the grow out process is not fun, but it doesn't take all that long for you to kind of just be back to normal. In the previous times that I've had extensions, as they've fallen out, my lashes, my natural lashes, do look a little more sparse. They do look a little bit less lush. I don't know. I don't think the extensions really do a ton of damage, but I think they make more lashes fall out than would naturally fall out if you just let them go on their normal cycle without putting extensions on them. I mean, your poor little lashes have to hold up these huge extensions. It's going to take a toll. It's going to weaken them. So in maybe the month after all your extensions are out, you're kind of going to be, your lashes will be replenishing, and in that time you will have not your best lashes. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But it's not going to do any permanent damage. At least it hasn't for me so far. Alright, so let's talk about how you care for lashes. It's really funny. The first time I had them, I took a shower and I kind of just, I forgot that they were there, and which you will do. And I blotted my face with a towel, just lightly blotted it, and it just hurt. Like I had kind of the towel just kind of tugged on those lashes, and I was like, oh! But it's not a big deal. You don't have to be super careful. You just have to remember you have them on. So if you would take your towel and just sort of dry underneath and then dry over the lashes instead of actually putting it right on there and having it sort of stick. You can, you know, shower and wash your face as normal, but they say, actually, the most recent place I went to said to not get them wet for 48 hours, which is crazy. I don't know how that would be possible. Other places have said 24 hours, so I just try to go 24 hours without getting them wet. When you go in to get them put on, don't wear makeup. I mean, obviously you can't. They have to put tape around here just to like hold everything taut and hold it in place, and you do keep your eyes closed while they put them on, so you're gonna have to keep your eyes closed for the full hour, and you just have to kind of bring your headphones and listen to some music and relax. I forgot to mention that part. And you know, if you find that just to be an intolerable thing, if the idea of someone getting close to your eyes is just, you know, skeeves you out too much, I totally get that. I mean, we all have our things and we all have our comfort level, but you know, you will have to sort of be calm and relaxed in that moment. Okay, back to the care though. So yeah, you do have to remember that they're there. You have to be gentle. I mean, you're not going to want to rub your eye. You're not going to want to scratch your eye. And as far as makeup goes, for me, I've mentioned this, I wore almost no eye makeup. I definitely wore bottom lash mascara because you just kind of need that to balance, you know, the dramatic lashes that you have on top. But as far as other makeup, you can wear it, but wearing eyeliner, I think you might want to skip. You can do it, but you know, just think about it. Digging an eyeliner brush or pen, you know, along the lash line, it would be hard to get close enough to the lashes without sort of, I don't know, damaging them. And the more you're like messing with those lashes and agitating them, I think the weaker they're going to be and the faster they're going to fall out or even, you know, kind of turn every which way. So I would recommend staying away from the eyeliner, and I don't think you need it. But if you're someone who loves to have that liner on, I mean, and that's totally fine. If that's just what you love and what you want, then lash extensions might not be for you. Obviously, you're not going to want to sleep on your stomach and, you know, smash your face into a pillow. That's a pretty obvious one. And they will sort of move around and kind of cross each other, you know, after you shower especially. And the way to kind of brush them is to use a little clean spoolie. The last place I went to gave me one, but if your lash place doesn't give you one, go to Sally and buy just a clean little mascara spoolie, and you brush from the top, because if you brush up from underneath, you're sort of tugging it where they're attached. So you just kind of start, not right at the root, but you brush from the top and it smooths them right out and, you know, untangles them if they're tangled. The other thing to remember is that you can't use any oil-based products on your face. So I personally use a cleansing balm that's all oil, and I have to put that aside for the time that I'm using my extensions and get an oil-free cleanser, because the oils in cleansers or makeup remover will break down the glue. That is everything I know and everything I could think of to tell you about lash extensions and about the process. They are a pain in some ways, but for me it's so worth it, in case I haven't made that clear enough. For someone without great lashes, and when you're, you know, in the summer and when you go on vacation, you don't have to apply mascara. It is glorious. You wake up looking amazing. I think it changes my face so much. I kind of hate how much I love them, because I know I'm never going to have them permanently. And but it's really fun, and it's really worth it to get them every once in a while if you have a special event or something like that. Yeah, I've never had any adverse reactions, not that that isn't possible. I definitely say do your research about the place that you go to, try to get personal recommendations whenever you can. But otherwise I think they're great, but they're definitely not for everyone. So if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments section and I will get back to you. If you have any stories or tips to share, please share. I'm sure there's a lot that I don't know and other people would love to hear from you too. So I hope this video helped. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.